Hey, welcome back. There's some flash news in the past 24 hours where President Trump, through his Truth Media company, have actually struck a deal with Crypto.com to build a whopping $64 billion CRO Treasury firm, which, as a result of that announcement, has actually jumped the CRO token plus 25%. Now, at the time of this recording, August 27th, I've just tapped into my Crypto.com wallet and I can see it's actually jumped plus 46% in the past 24 hours to 20 cent per coin, which is probably around 30 cent US dollar per token. Now, this actually, just under the covers, Trump Media will buy, under this deal, $105 million in CRO tokens, while Crypto.com will actually purchase $50 million in DJT stock, which is the actual ticker symbol for the Truth Media stock, as part of a partnership that makes the Kronos token central to Truth Social's reward system. Now, this is of no surprise at all, because what's happened is we are seeing a plethora of different type of digital asset treasury firms or treasury companies. In effect, what they've done is they're copycatting what Michael Saylor, through his strategy, set up Bitcoin treasury firms, right? So these are like corporations. Instead of holding, let's say, diluted assets like cash or bonds or junk bonds, what they're trying to do in effect is to issue debt using those diluted fiat in order to buy digital asset token. What now we are seeing is there are other companies are following suit with what Michael Saylor has established to buy more Bitcoin in their corporate treasury reserve. But in addition to that, he's actually opened up a Pandora box. We are seeing more publicly listed companies or even private listed companies to not just open up and issue debt to buy Bitcoin. They're doing the same thing, but to issue debt to buy other emerging digital asset tokens. We have Ethereum, we have XRP, and now through this announcement, we're going to be seeing CRO treasury companies being established. So we're going to be seeing leading interesting digital asset tokens in effect becoming digital asset treasury companies themselves, which makes total sense given the 21st century digital economy that we're in, because it's becoming more of a liability now for companies to continue to hold on to their kind of diluted treasury reserves, whether it's cash, junk bonds, or other corporate bonds, or even other nation state bonds. They're increasingly becoming dilutive in the sense that it's becoming more worthless through debasement and devaluation as time moves on, which is really the rationale as to why we are seeing a plethora, as I said before, of digital asset treasury companies being sprouted out there. Because like I said, I like to see more open competition amongst these digital asset treasury companies, not just kind of linked to Bitcoin or Ethereum, which are the two leading ones, but I like to see other digital asset tokens to take their fair share in this pie. So if you are a CRO token holder, which is what I have at the moment, because I have a reward loyalty card scheme with Crypto.com that would enable me to make day-to-day purchases, and as a reward I get a handful of CRO tokens as a result, and I keep on stacking those CRO tokens at such time where I feel I like to sell them off, because I use it more of a short-term speculative token, not as a long-term hedge as Bitcoin, but to use it to cover my day-to-day expenses, and in exchange for those purchases I get a handful of, like I said before, of CRO tokens. So this is tremendous news for existing CRO token holders out there. So this is fantastic. Like I said, we're going to be seeing the trend to grow into other digital assets, converting themselves into treasury reserve companies. So this is just for your FYI, if you like. So I'll stop here and I'll catch you in the next video.